Do you know how to coach your clients online? And specifically, do you know how to coach your clients online so that you can get them the best possible results, maximize your profits, and minimize your time input? That's exactly what we're going to go through in this episode, because this is one of the most common questions that I get, especially when it comes to, do you know what softwares, what apps you should be using to be able to coach your clients? How do you actually communicate with them? How do you give them the stuff that you need to give them so your clients know how to train, how to eat, their lifestyle changes, and all of the things that you need to be doing as a coach to get your clients the results they've come to you for? And it's why I want you to meet Adrian, because before he jumped onto our first strategy session and got started with us, he made one of the biggest mistakes. That's one of the most common mistakes that I see fitness professionals make when wanting to start online.
I was really struggling to build a foundation in my business because I had no idea how to build a face-to-face or online.
And that is digging a huge hole in doing so much work in preparing the programs, in trying to set everything up in what is going to be your coaching program, and it being the wrong thing, it being set up the wrong way, it not having the right technology, the right systems, the right methods in place to actually be able to get the clients the results in the way that they need it. Because remember, the clients are coming to you, they're signing up with you because they want to be able to get results faster, easier, and cheaper. So when we're designing coaching programs, when we're helping coaches be able to put together their coaching programs, we want to be able to do it in the way so that they're able to get their clients results faster, easier, and cheaper. And it's exactly what we're going to go through right now. As when it comes to setting up your coaching programs, there's three systems that need to get set up. There is the launch, the signature system, and the profit maximizer, and that's what I want to show. But before we dive into that, there are two things that I have to bring up, and that is team and technology. Firstly, with team, if you think that you're going to be a one-man band, a one-man show, and be able to grow the business that gives you all the money, all the freedom, all the impact that you want, I'm sorry to say, I don't think that's the right thing. And that's just my opinion, but I think you need to be able to at least build a small team where they're going to be able to do the things that you shouldn't be doing, because you should not be doing everything in your business. You should only be doing the few things, the key critical things, and having team and technology take care of the rest. And that's what we're going to cover in a future episode. But when it comes to the team, are you having team members in place to help you with customer support and delivery of your coaching? And then it even comes with team being able to do administration, operations of the business, lead generation, sales. These are the key things that you need to be palming off. But then when it comes to the technology side, do you have the technology in place, especially when it comes to your coaching programs, to be able to firstly deliver what it is that you need to? It is, how do you actually get the information and coaching to your clients in the easiest way for you and for them at the same time? Secondly, communication. How are you being able to communicate to your clients so that you're best able to help them along the way so they don't get stuck? And third is accountability, making sure that you're being able to keep them accountable and knowing where they're at as well. Because the coaches that have the accountability set up so they know what's going on with their clients, they're getting the best results with their clients. So let's talk about the first system that you need when it comes to getting your online coaching program up and running, and that is the launch, which simply means being able to get your experience and expertise, what you're so good at right now, and being able to put it in a new way. Now, if you have been coaching clients online, we call this the upgrade, because essentially we need to get what you've been doing and upgrade it so it's a hell of a lot better. If you're starting from scratch, that's perfectly fine. We use the same methods with a small tweak into it. But what you need to be able to do is you need to be able to get your version 1.0 started. And this is where we use the hero program methodology, which simply is, how do you get your clients fast, easy results, but being able to get you being able to understand what it is that you need to do for them. And this is where so many coaches go wrong. They create months and months and months worth of coaching and delivery and programs and diets and all that kind of stuff that we need to do, but the problem is they're not making it specifically for the clients at hand. So in the launch, what we do is we do a beta version. We get a small group of clients. We sign 20, 30 clients on and be able to create specifically what they need so we have a version 1.0. Really importantly, we do this because what we need to do is gather social proof. If you're just starting with your online coaching, we need to gather social proof to know that your stuff actually works so that we can prove to the rest of the marketplace, to to the rest of your prospects that you are able to get them results. And it's a key critical factor in your sales, but also you'll feel so much more confident when you know that what you're doing is getting them the results, because it comes into the second part of the coaching, which is, and a part of the profit maximizer, which is reducing churn, which is making sure you're actually increasing your lifetime value of your clients. So as a part of the launch, we have a 3-step process that we call the launch pad, which really is the opportunity, the transformation, and the open. This is 3 messages that we need to get out to the marketplace to actually sell your program. And the launchpad is about being able to get everything in place so that you can help them. So firstly, what is the opportunity at hand that you can get out? Secondly, what's the transformation that you're going to be able to help people go through? And third, give them the opening, give them the actual next steps that they need to go through to be able to join this launch program of yours. The second system in place with the delivery of your coaching is what we call the signature system. And this is really when you actually sit down and you put together the coaching program that is going to be the main way you're going to get your clients the best possible results. This becomes the hub of what it is that you're actually selling. It's the hub of how it is that you actually run your business to deliver what it is that you're selling. And so what we need to be able to do is we need to think of it in 3 specific ways. Number 1, you need to know how are you going to get your clients the best possible results. So when it comes to how are you giving them their training, their nutrition, and their accountability, how are you actually communicating that across to them? Secondly, you need to think about what are you doing to be able to maximize your profits. Because if you're running at a really low margin and you're not being able to actually deliver your coaching in a way that maximizes profits, what happens is you're not actually ending up at the end of each month with money in your pocket. And that's not a good thing. We want to be able to maximize profits so that we can then continue to build and get better results for your clients moving in the future. The third part of this is actually minimizing your time input. So how are you going to be able to actually deliver your coaching in a way where you're not stuck behind the computer 24/7? Because otherwise you're going to be in the same problem as being in gym training clients that I was in for so long. You had to be there face to face. So how are you going to be able to deliver your coaching in a way where you're going to minimize you having to do all the heavy lifting? Then the third system is the profit maximizer, which really comes down to a couple of key steps. And the first one is reducing churn. Now, so many coaches just don't even think about this. And this is one of the easiest ways. One of the easiest ways to double your business is to halve your churn. So what does that actually mean? One of the easiest ways to double how much money you're going to make is to halve the amount of people actually leaving your program. So rather than constantly having to get new clients the whole time, let's get them and keep them for so much longer. And so by reducing churn and focusing on those key aspects, that is being able to keep them on board with you is one of the key critical factors to growing a long-term successful business. And this goes into the second part, which really is being able to increase your lifetime value. So what typically happens is a coach will be selling, let's say, a program for $397 to start off with, and it's a 16-week program, for example. Now, what happens is they just think up to that point. So once the client hits that 16-week mark, there's no more vision for the client. There's no more programming. There's no more actual journey for them to continue on with. And so they drop off and that client will go somewhere else. And we want them to stay on board with you. So what we do is we need to actually put in place the journey so they see that long-term vision. As let's be perfectly honest, in most cases, what the results that people are wanting with their health and fitness, it's not an 8 or a 12 or a 16-week program. They need to be doing things for the long term. And so what we need to do is sit down and put is what is their full lifetime journey of what it is that you can help your clients with. And so this turns a client from being, let's say, at $1,000 or $2,000 lifetime value to being them into a $6,000 or an $8,000 or a $10,000 or more client, which then means when you know the numbers in the back of your business from the front end to the back end, you're going to be able to massively increase your profits. And then the third part is actually adding income streams to your business as a part of the profit maximizer. So what are the things that you can be doing as a part of your business? How can you actually be solving other problems of your clients? Is it food? Is it supplements? Is it soft tissue therapy? These are the things that you can be thinking of when it comes to how are they having other problems that you can start to help to solve. And it doesn't mean you actually doing the work for it. It means you being able to organize and to be able to include these as a part of your packages as well. And when you start bolting on these revenue systems, this is when you're going to be increasing your income without doing that extra work. It's being able to just set it up correctly. So I really wanted to share this episode with you to go through the things that I just don't see other people talking about. And these are the key critical things when we have members coming to us that we work through that makes the big profound differences into growing a long-term successful business. And if you feel like you've been just drinking through a fire hose, and there's a lot that we have covered in this episode, but you really want to go through the step by step, what we just did is we just recorded the full training going through the 9 systems every successful fitness business needs to have in place. I'll pop a link below for you to get free access to it, and there's nothing to buy in it. So go through, actually apply each of those 9 systems and see the growth in your business for yourself. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.
And I was at this gym and I sold for the year $39,000 worth of personal training within that very instant.
Now I get to work from home, support my wife, and actually do the work that I love because I'm helping other people and impacting their lives whilst having the freedom to be able to live life on my terms. If you don't invest in yourself, none of this is ever going to happen.
We're about to possibly move and double our size solely because we want to help our community. We've partnered up with Silver Sneakers. We're going to be getting out in the community more. I mean, that just frees up our time when we've been here in the trenches and we haven't been able to do that. We've been owner operator. We're about to become business owners. And I'm truly thankful for everything that Chris and the cartel has done for me, even now in just 4 weeks. And I can't wait for what's going to happen in 2020.
This is the real deal, and this is the place to be. This is going to have an impact on your life, your relationships. You're going to earn a stackload more money, and you're going to have a bigger impact on the world. I guess where you get to really rub shoulders, and you will have a massive impact on the world. You will end up earning a whole lot more money, and to be honest, you'll have a whole lot more time as well.
We were so excited when we found the cartel and that they were able to come in with a systemized program and show us step by step along the way of what to do and the procedures to follow in order to grow our business.